developed a problem with my tripod. What a shame. So 7 rounds then in front of us, Malcolm. We've got a cracking contest lined up here. Mark Waters, local man, in action against Alwin ANil, reigning world champion.
On paper, Steve, this is obviously the fight of the night. I mean, I've been a great fan of Mark Waters over the years. He's an all-action fighter. He's one of those value-for-money fighters that never gives anything but his best. And we've watched Alwin and ANil grow in stature together, really, haven't we, over the past few months?
We have indeed.
Tonight will show whether he's really up there with the true class or whether he's still a young pretender.
Yeah.
Because Waters will really show him what the big leagues are all about tonight.
Yes, and of course Waters boxing in front of virtually his home crowd for the first time in several years. He's been boxing abroad. Himself a former world champion. I believe he won it in Poland and lost it in the Ukraine.
That's right, Steve, and he's also fought and won in Australia. So I mean, to go to these places, Australia's a hotbed of kickboxing. You know about the Eastern European countries. That sort of experience you can't pay for, really. And I mean, this will really show whether Alwin's up there with the big boys or not, because Mark will really push him tonight.
Right, 7 2-minute rounds then. Not a title fight, but a prestige fight without a doubt. And one then, and well, we do know that Mark comes for a punch-up, and that's what he's likely to get here, because Alwin will now take a backward step. Very gutsy performer, Alwin, isn't he?
But what I like about Alwin as well is he's got all the techniques. He can box, he can kick. He showed with Terry Newton he can mix it, and he showed with Lloyd Lewis he can box. This one I've been really looking forward to.
And if Alwin gets it right, this could be dull. I hate to say that.
If he gets it right, but I mean, Mark will really try and force the issue in a way I thought Terry Newton would have done earlier in the evening.
Well, not surprising, not too many fireworks in this opening round.
I think Alwin's got a lot of respect for Mark. I mean, Mark's reputation has been built over the years, and in these last 3 or 4 years with his fights abroad, his profile has been a lot higher than it was in the past.
Yeah.
And I think Alwin's aware of that.
And Waters claims to be 31. With no disrespect, he's had a pretty tough life by the look of it. But still a very decent athlete. Here comes Alwin.
Good uppercut there from Alwin. He also earlier put in 2 very solid roundhouses.
Wants to keep that chin though, down though. He's not quite sure what he's got here. Oh, nice left to the body. Good shot then.
That's what Waters is good at. He does like to work your body. He does like to grind you down.
Oh, and he's got it now, hurting the left of the body. Alwin ANil in trouble here in this first round.
This is what he did to Simon Belletti in Belletti's hometown. He worked ruthlessly to the body.
Well, that's a great start. And, well, where would he go? Where would he go, Malcolm?
To me, I'd give that round even, but from the way Waters hit the body there, the writing's on the wall from Alwin, unless he comes out with something special, because, as you know, my own partner, Simon Belletti, the amateur European champion, was eventually demolished by Waters with using exactly the same tactics. He'd split Waters' eye. Waters realised this and worked punishingly to the body and forced a body stoppage on Belletti. And Alwin will have to keep moving, and he doesn't want to be stuck in those corners, because what we were talking about before the fight, Waters has done, got him into a corner and worked hard to the body.
That's right. Well, round 2 coming up, and let's just see if Alwin has recovered from that body punch. And of course, the body punches are the worst ones to shake off. And that will give Mark Waters a great deal of confidence now, that maybe he can get out here and finish this man. Of course, we know Alwin, as you said before, from old, and he'll be very much steeled against those shots now.
Waters will be like a hungry dog now, Steve. Mark my words. Alwin will have to get on his toes and box and kick to the best of his ability, because Waters has smelt blood.
He's really fired up for this one now, but wants to watch these counters, because as we've said, and it is a point worth making, that Alwin is such a tough guy.
Good left hook from Alwin there.
Well, now he's driving Waters back there.
This is turning out to be the fight we hoped for, Steve.
Oh, nice. Roundhouse to the head from Alwin. Alwin, of course, from the Walton Kickboxing Club with Keith Betts in his corner. Well, there's a problem here, I think, yes, with the left pad.
I think Alwin will be more grateful of the stop there to recover than Mark.
Once again, Waters getting in with some heavy hooks to the body. Alwin ANil responds well.
You mustn't stay in there too long, because Waters is a punishing body puncher. It's great to watch while it's on, but we know there's a good hook there from Alwin, but these two are trading. This is a very close fight, Steve.
Yes, it's lovely to watch so far.
I think from the end of round one, Alwin will realise what it's like to step up in class here, Steve.
Well, what a great fight this one has the potential to be. And this is how the night started, wasn't it?
That's right, Stephen. I mean, except in this, we've also got two very good technical fighters who are putting on a display like this. That's right, that's what Alwin's good at. Very close round again, though, Steve.
Absolutely right. Very hard to pick.
That's what Alwin needs to do. He can move like that. He's light on his feet. He needs to get out of those corners and sting Waters.
Round three then of the scheduled 7. I've got a feeling that Alwin might just be saying, thank God my title's not on the line.
I think so, Steve. If he's sensible, Alwin will do like he did at the end of that round. Duck and move. He's a very good mover. And hope to sting and counter.
Yes, I must apologise. My tripod has just fallen apart for some very strange reason. The bearings seem to have snapped. So I'm doing as best I can, lads, to keep it steady.
You just feel that Waters has had success and it's really buoyed him, and he's fired up for this.
And he so wants to do well here, of course.
Good right hook from Alwin. They're both trading some heavy punches here, Steve.
One senses, though, that Waters' punches appear to be having more of an effect than
I think so,
Alwin's.
Steve. I think Waters seems to be the stronger man. I'm sure this time spent abroad fighting in Poland and the Ukraine and in Australia, and as you and I know, we're talking to him before, he's actually come down the weights again, so he's probably feeling that probably feeling very strong.
Good kick then. And the only question really is, can Waters keep this up for 7 rounds? We know Alwin can.
That was one of his failings in the past. When Waters used to lose fights earlier in his career, I used to watch him dominate the early rounds and slowly run out of steam. I think with his experience now, we'll find that different.
Well, interesting uppercut attack then from Alwin ANil. Good front kick as well.
Well, this is the fight we hoped for, Steve.
Yes, it may not be the main event, but it is the most prestigious fight on the card.
Clash of heads there, Steve.
And we also know Alwin's a good boxer, but the problem is, you're only as good as you're allowed to be, and he's very, very wary of the strength, isn't he, of Mark Waters?
He is, and I think I'm going to give that round to Waters. I think that was the first one he won clearly there, Steve.
No problem from this quarter. Wish I could settle this tripod down. In fact, I'm going to try something. Hold there. Well, we're back in business with the tripod now. I'm very glad to say in a much steadier position than it was a bit earlier. So round 4 then of the scheduled 7, almost a halfway point, and well, we've got Mark Waters 1 round in front now, I think, Malcolm, haven't we?
I'd say that, Steve. It depends how the judges score the first 2, but I thought they were very, very close. But you know, as much as anything, psychological battles are often won in the ring, and I think psychologically at the moment Waters is winning the fight.
Yes, although Alwin there looking to get a nice lusty right to the body in. I suppose Alwin is banking on being fitter over the long course. Good body shot there again from Waters, and Alwin running away from that one. And I can't say I blame him.
To be fair, Steve, they're both putting so much into it that they both look, there's tiredness etched on both their faces. They've put a lot into this fight already.
Yes, it means so much to them, though.
I think you're right. I think this means more than titles. This is about pride here between the two men. We've got an ex-world champion against the current lad, and I think he's got a point to prove.
Yes.
But I think the reason I can see the tiredness setting in is both men are good kickers, yet on a number of occasions their kicks are straying low, and that's a sure sign of tiredness from both men. This is where Alwin doesn't want to be after feeling those hooks to the body. We know he can slip a punch, we know he can move, and he should be doing this. And it again makes me think he's tired and he's tucking in.
Yeah. Well, once again, the boot slightly on the other foot now, and Alwin getting a few shots off. And Anil looking so desperately to try and turn this one around. He may well be edging this round.
He's certainly come back into at least a share of it. Yep,
Alwin, for my money, looks like he might just be edging this one to level it up again, Malcolm.
Looks that way, Steve. He's certainly worked hard this round. Oh, I thought the right was going to unload there.
Excellent stuff again from these two men.
I have it all even at the moment, Steve.
What's Steve Gosden going to be telling Mark Waters in that corner?
I think he'll be telling him to carry on the way he's going. I'm sure he's confident Mark can now go the distance. And I think he's telling him that you're the more hurtful of the two punchers. Cut that range down, get him in those corners, work that body.
He's a very good corner man, isn't he?
Well, yes. I mean he's got a proven track record.
Keith really can get inside a fighter's mind in the corner, can't he?
The good thing is with Mark Waters, you rarely need to fire him up. He loves his fighting, he loves to win. He's a really motivated character.
Yeah. So round 5 then, and both lads showing a great deal of respect before...
Beautiful left there from Alwin.
Yeah. Well, maybe his better boxing will start paying now.
These are beautiful straight punches.
Well, Waters
shakes his head, but that's good. That's good from Alwin.
Yeah. Alwin may not knock him out, but these are good punches.
Alwin suddenly found a nice little bit of snap to his punches now, and the accuracy's back.
Yep, he's possibly got his second win. Certainly looks like it. And fear, of course, is the key here, the fear of losing. Because if he does lose here, I suppose the match could be made and force him to put his championship on the line against Waters, and he wants to avoid that. What a title fight it would have been.
I think you're right, Steve, on both counts there, but it's just noticeable that he has stepped up the pace and he is accurate again. And I think he's broken up Waters' rhythm, which is what he needed to do. Waters got into a nice forward-moving rhythm, and he's just broken that up now.
Once again, though, Mark's very dangerous with those hooks to the body.
That's what Alwin needs to do, and he's doing it. He needs to break up Waters' rhythm here.
That's a good defensive work there from Alwin, and a lovely uppercut.
Lovely left uppercut. Looked like it hurt Waters. And another left hook. This is great stuff. Short little uppercut from Waters as well.
What a fight.
You just feel though, Steve, the balance of power has shifted again in Alwin's favour. He shocked Walters here.
Yeah, quite agree with you.
Broken up his rhythm and come back himself.
But don't you think he's going to have to go beyond the call of duty? Oh, that's just to show the side of tiredness there.
That was a genuine knockdown as far as I was concerned.
Yeah.
Alwin's round, definitely.
Yeah, well, that's putting one up now, isn't it?
I would give him the extra round there, Steve, yes.
Well, the crowd have had their money's worth tonight. Whatever they paid, it wasn't enough, was it?
No, Steve, this has been an excellent matchmaking. And I mean, the fact that the fights have gone the distance as well proves these have been carefully made matches.
Yeah, we've only had one knockdown, well, unless that one wasn't counted just now against Walters, but one genuine knockdown that took account. We've had some furious action.
I think if nothing else, Alwin, whatever the way this result goes now, has proven that yes, maybe he is capable of the big leagues. He deserves to be up there with the pro class fighters.
Right, here we go then for round 6. No, round 5. Oh, round 6. I was right first time. So round 6 and the penultimate round in this enthralling, throbbing match between two great warriors. Mark Waters in the white from Hove in action against Alwin ANil, the reigning world middleweight champion.
I think Alwin's proving his class here, Steve. He's weathered the early storm. He's got his second win. He's sharp again. And I think it's a confidence thing.
Well, we knew he had the class. We said at the beginning, you know, he could do it always necessary.
Yeah, he is. He's one of these that as you can see, with Mark Waters, he's been forced into a tear-up, and he's quite happy doing it. Very good little right hook there from him. And
he's out tough the tough guy.
He has at the moment. All respect to Alwin. He's suddenly come good and said, hey, I can do this. And I think it's also puzzled Waters.
Yeah. But I've got a feeling that Mark will be upping the pressure now, upping the stakes, and of course Alwin doesn't want to leave this one close because it's almost a home venue for Mark Waters, and that's a slip.
Only to the thigh there as Alwin went for his own kick.
Well, leg kick then on the thigh, hurting Anil.
I think the pace has finally begun to tell on both of them now, Steve. It's been telling pace from the first round, and it's slowed considerably now. And I think this is when it's dangerous for a knockout. One of the two fighters could. There was a great right hand from Waters there. I was just about to say one of the two fighters in this tired state could go down.
Oh,
what a right from Alwin as well.
What a beautiful shot. Well, if he had realised how good that one was, he may
in this
well have
round,
followed it.
Steve, both men have taken two huge right hands and stayed on their feet.
Well, Anil's greater variety, possibly just getting his nose very slightly in front, but you wouldn't complain at a level round there, would you?
What a brilliant round, Steve. Brilliant round.
Woo. Come on, Malcolm. Whose is it?
At the moment, if I was the judges, I'd have to go with Anil. As you said, there's greater range and variety, and he remembers to shoot those kicks out on a regular basis. But, I mean, both men shipped a huge right hand and carried on.
Well,
but at the moment, if I was a judge, I'd have it one round ahead for Anil at the moment.
Well, they've both got to be certifiable, haven't they, after this?
Well, I mean, I told you what Waters is like this, full stop. This is the only way he knows to fight. He's always value for money.
What a way to finish the night. And this has been a brilliant promotion, I must admit. So the 7th and final round then to decide the winner. And it could all be on this, couldn't it?
We could even see a stoppage, Steve, in this round. They're both tired. They're both hitting hard.
Well, as I say, this could be anybody's. Well, he went for it. And no doubt Alwin looking the lively of the two.
He does at the moment. He looks fitter, he looks fresher. And I think if he forces the pace, this could sway it his way. Excellent head kick there, roundhouse. I just feel that if he forces it...
Well, the referee, they're doing Alwin a bit of a favour, I think, preventing a left hook or uppercut there from Mark Waters. And it's turned out to be everything we hoped it would in the end.
It has, Steve. Both men are feeling the pace now. You can see from their work. But I just feel that Alwin's just doing enough to keep himself in the judges' eyes here.
Yeah, good quality fight. The reigning world middleweight champion, Alwin ANil, toughing it out here against Mark Waters. I think that's a good description, to be honest.
I think so, Steve. You have to tough it out against Mark. And I like the fact that Alwin's scoring, landing, then moving out the way. Oh, what a shot! Incredible kick there.
Beautiful.
Incredible kick.
Well, will he make the count? I wonder. Well, he's up at about 6 or 7.
Amazing that he got up there, Steve, but I don't think his eyes are clear. If I was the ref, I'd look very closely at him, because Alwin will be all over him like a rash
what
now.
A shot that was. From the
superb kick.
Well,
there you go. Step in, ref. Step in. Now's the time.
Well, I think you let it go. And Mark
Come
Waters
on, ref.
is hurt.
What more does he need to see?
He's hurt and very badly disorganised. And one good punch here from Alwin, and it's all over now.
Obviously now the fight's there for Alwin. If I was the referee, I'd have looked to have stopped that.
That looks like it sealed it, though. What a win for Alwin. We think...
To me, Alwin has now come of age. I don't think there's anything this young man can't achieve if he doesn't set his sights on him.
And he's getting better, isn't he? What a great fight. What a great effort.
You know as well as I do, Steve, that true champions, or what class a true champion is, the ability to bring something out when you need it. He brought that kick out of nowhere when it was necessary.
What a fight. What a finish. And what a wonderful knockdown. I mean, the last time I saw one like that was I think Stuart Lawson when he knocked out Razor Badu. You know, it was an absolutely stunning kick under the chin, and down he went and stayed there.
I was amazed that Mark got up, but as I said, looking at his response afterwards, I think possibly the ref could have stopped it, although in retrospect it's nice to see that Mark finished the bout.
Absolutely right.
But if the judges had any doubt, Steve, surely that knockdown now will give it to ANil.
Yeah, I think you're right. Well, that's the way it should be afterwards, of course, all pals and smiles and hugs and a great deal of mutual respect. Well, I think we're looking at the winner there in Alwin. But what a great effort by Mark Waters. First time in this country for several years, and what a way to go, eh?
Well, as I said, he hasn't changed in the respect of his courage or his technique and the fact that he forces the pace, but as we've proved earlier, I think he's coming up against someone that's going to be quite special over the next couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, there's old Pat, and he's getting in on the act as well. Possibly commiserating there with Steve Gosden, because you know, it was it was enthralling, wasn't it?
Well, to me, Steve, the key point was in the middle rounds when Waters really forced the pace. Alwin could either fold then or step it up, and he stepped it up.
Yeah, that's what makes him a classy fighter. Well, we're still waiting for the official score. I wonder if we'll get the convenient draw. we go then to the official verdict. Where have they gone? Yeah, absolutely right. What a fight. Not beat that, will you?
That was fantastic, Steve.
I mean, you know, it's capped up a brilliant night. They can't split it. Well, we did slightly better than the judge on this occasion. We thought Alwin was well, what's happened here? I wonder if Mark is been a remonstrating there from Mark Waters. I don't know why. Well, we said possibility of a draw there, didn't we?
We did, Steve.
I mean, who can blame them?
As it was a non-title fight as well.